fills that void. But the boom in online and mobile betting has turned the worlds of gambling, sport and now television on their heads. Here's David Eccleston.
Close your eyes for a moment and listen. Is this the voice of a commentator or a bookie?
They were second favourite before last night. It just all depends on how Melbourne goes on the weekend, but they're right in there. They were just superb, weren't they? Greg Inglis, how can you go past him?
Let's try again. Take a look at this.
They were second favourite before last night. It just all depends on how Melbourne goes on the weekend.
You could be forgiven for thinking this guy is part of the commentary team.
This is all about big bucks, so it's understandable that Nine will try and make a short-term buck at the expense of young kids.
With 4 generations of Waterhouse betting knowledge in my blood, I was born to bet, and I know what punters want.
It's the modern day cash for comment or comment for cash. And there's plenty of money changing hands to blur the lines between what's an ad and analysis on a game.
But these are a few key factors why I think they're so short. Firstly, they've got a great home ground advantage.
Green Senator Richard Di Natale.
I mean, Tom Waterhouse has become a lightning rod for a lot of the anger that's out there. This idea that somehow he's part of the commentary team giving odds is a bridge too far.
I'm Tom Waterhouse and welcome to the NRL Grand Final Smarts.
Super bookie agent Tom Waterhouse is paying a high price to rub shoulders with rugby league royalty. Reportedly $15 million this year alone, $50 million over 5 years, to spruik odds and entice viewers on Channel 9 to have a punt using his betting agency.
People are sick of having these sorts of ads, live odds being rammed down their throat. They don't like watching a game of footy with their young children, and the message that comes across is that you can't enjoy a game of footy unless you have a punt.
Senator Di Natale is part of a gambling reform committee looking into the spread of betting agencies into live broadcasts. In the gun, Channel 9 and Waterhouse for deliberately pushing the boundaries by positioning the bookie as a commentator, complete with the Channel 9 microphone.
I'm a massive Broncos fan, but I'm torn tonight, Timmy, because they have been backed off the map.
Well, the problem is now that young kids watching a game, they don't know when the gambling starts and when the footy finishes. It's all become part of the same thing, and that's really dangerous in my view. We've got a real risk that we're going to create another generation of problem gamblers.
Do you like a punt?
Yes.
Do you like the idea of your kids seeing the rugby league?
No, I don't. I'm not doing live crosses during the sport. I mean, it's terrible. So encourage kids at an early age to gamble.
This afternoon at an NRL workshop at Sydney's Royal Easter Show, parents were well aware of being bombarded with betting odds when they watch the game, but feel powerless to protect their children.
Well, even he talks about it. He knows who the favourite is now and who's not the favourite. So I don't know if it is a good thing, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, as a father,
he's only 7, so.
So you know the odds, do you? Who's going to win and the chances of them winning?
It's a goal. They're going to be hard to beat.
Different code, a very different approach to the influence of betting agencies during games.
It was really feedback from fans and general members of the public and internal views that proliferation of gambling advertising in and around the game had gone too far and that we needed to pull it back.
As of this year, betting agencies were banned during broadcast of all AFL games as a result of a joint select committee on gambling reform. The AFL's integrity manager, Brett Michael, believes it goes to the heart of the code's integrity.
It was more about responsible gambling and the message to children.
Former NRL star Nathan Hindmarsh, who learned his own lessons from problem gambling, says it's up to parents to teach their children well.
Australia as a society, where we are, we do enjoy a punt. And it's just, I think that's the way things have gone. It's just become socially acceptable now to have those type of things on TV.
But even Channel 9 has conceded they went too far with Waterhouse. He's been sidelined, but he'll continue to spend millions spruiking a message many consider destructive.
I think it's really now up to the codes, the broadcasters and government to put in some regulation to make sure that this sort of activity isn't allowed anymore. Watching a game of footy shouldn't be like going into a casino, and that's what's happening to our great games.
And for the record, we approached Tom Waterhouse for an interview, but he said he'll be making no comment on the matter.